If you're watching this, that means you are one of the very few people that the algorithm has selected to be the first viewers of Realm Painters, and hopefully not the last. If you clicked on this video, you're probably somebody who's either new to painting or just kind of wanting to watch a tutorial on how to make a wet palette. And for those of you who clicked on this video more wanting to know why you should make a wet palette, I'll get into that as well. If you're not into that niche of people who are wanting to know why you want a wet palette, then you can go ahead and skip ahead a little bit and get into the tutorial part later on in this video. But for those of you who want to know why you want a wet palette, let me tell you. Wet palettes, like this one right here, are very convenient. They make your life significantly easier, especially if you are mini painting, which is what we do here on this channel. I am currently working on a Christmas project of Custodes that I'm really hoping I can get done within the next couple of weeks. And if you're interested, I am going to be making a video on that in a couple of weeks from now. And check that out if you're interested. It's a challenge video. It is certainly been a challenge, I can tell you that much. But that's not why you're here. You're here to know about wet palettes. Wet palettes, for all intents and purposes, are some structure, whether that be a plate or Tupperware, or if you're like me, you have a specially designed plastic tray that has some sort of thing that holds water. For me, I have this wet palette that I went and bought that has a sponge. But if you're wanting to make a wet palette at home, paper towels will work. And then parchment paper. That's the last final bit. But a wet palette, at its bare bones, is a tool that you can use to help keep your paints wet while you're painting. Because if you're anything like me, you paint a little slow. And by the time you're done doing your brush strokes and you go to get more paint on a palette that isn't a wet palette, the paint on the palette's already dried. And that can make for not only wasting paint, which if you're in this hobby, miniature paint is ridiculously expensive, and that's not something you want to do, but it also is kind of disheartening. And it kind of, at least for me, it demotivates me to continue painting, because then I have to reopen the pot and put more paint onto the palette, and it's a whole process. Now that my cat is done going to the bathroom, I can discuss the different types of palettes that you can get. I don't know if it's in camera. This. You see this? Don't get this. Okay? This is a waste of money. It is quite easy to get just a regular palette. I've seen a lot of people, they'll go to a hardware store and just get a tile because it's reusable, and most paint that you're going to be using painting miniatures is acrylic paint, and so it's really easy to just wash off the little tile. I'm tempted to do that myself because I like to do a lot of dry brushing, and wet palettes are kind of counterintuitive to dry brushing. But I think that is enough explanation as to what a wet palette is and why you should get one. Another thing I should mention is wet palettes can be expensive. They range from anywhere between $10 to $50 on Amazon, and it is so much easier to just make it yourself. And I'm going to show you how. And if you've skipped ahead to this point, we are now getting into the tutorial part. So, in order to begin, you're going to need some utensils or tools. That's the word I wanted, not utensils. That's for eating. The tools that you're going to need are some sort of container. For me, I used Tupperware. Some sort of thing to retain moisture. The easiest and most common thing that you're going to have in your house is paper towels. You can use a rag if need be. This is my paint rag, so that's why it's a little dirty because I've been painting. But a rag will even work as well. And then you're also going to need parchment or parchment paper. This isn't parchment paper. What is this? Parchment paper? Okay, I'm an idiot. Parchment paper. You're going to need some sort of parchment paper or something to help keep a barrier between the source of the moisture and the paint itself. All right, let's get this camera into focus. And perfect. All right, you're going to take your container. Nice thing of Tupperware. For me, you could use a plate even if need be. Let me move my mic so you can actually hear me properly. You're going to take this paper towel and you're going to mess with it a little bit, and you're going to fold it into the Tupperware container if you're using a Tupperware container. Like I said, you can use a plate, you can use a bowl, you can use whatever you need to use. And then you're going to take some water, you're going to pour it into the container, making sure that paper towel is nice and moist. And I like to leave a little bit extra water in there to just to make sure that the paper towel is wet and stays wet. Then you're going to take your parchment paper. I cut mine out to be super nice and fancy. That's a lie. It actually came from my actual wet palette, but it's parchment paper. That's what it is. You're going to lay it down on top of that, and that is how you make a wet palette. After making this wet palette, I then spent a good chunk of time painting. I painted about 10 different clan rats with the wet palette. It took me 5 hours because Jesus Christ are clan rats detailed. But I think they came out really well, and the wet palette, guess what? Still wet. So if you enjoyed today's tutorial video, you want to see more tutorial videos like this, I'm making a whole series on basics of painting. The next basic painting video is going to be how to dry brush, or the techniques I use when dry brushing. We're going to be posting a tutorial on how to paint Skitarii Vanguard. And I have my Christmas challenge video coming up in the next couple of weeks, where I decided to spend a bunch of money, buy a bunch of minis for a friend of mine who wants to get into the hobby and paint them all up for Christmas. And it is a challenge because I'm a slow painter. So, like I said, if you're interested in any of those videos or any future videos of ours, be sure to subscribe. Like this video, it will really, really and truly help. I don't know exactly how the algorithm works because I am not tech savvy, but I do know that liking videos really and truly does push out, especially because this is the first video. It really pushes out us to the algorithm. But that's about all that I got for you today. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.